Correspondent Steve Harrigan starts us off from Miami shores. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Brett. It is a tough choice for people still here in South Florida. Get on a jammed highway and risk running out of gas, or stay put here in a home that could be destroyed by the storm. Irma's unwelcome debut in the United States expected overnight, with the first spits of rain and wind aimed at the Florida Keys. The hurricane's current weekend track taking it due north along the flat spine of the state.
The majority of Florida will have major hurricane impacts with deadly storm surge and life-threatening winds.
Empty neighborhoods, empty store shelves, most residents and tourists heeding the call to evacuate. Others hunkered down in shelters, grateful but anxious.
It's scary looking at the news and seeing how it wiped out other towns and stuff, you know. I mean, it's pretty rough.
One concern among first responders, stubborn Floridians staying put in their vulnerable homes, sloughing off warnings of the big one, a meteorological monster unlike any in recent memory.
I can guarantee you that I don't know anybody in Florida that's ever experienced what's about to hit South Florida.
Others deciding at the last minute to leave, only to find limited transportation options, jammed airports and highways. Stunned residents of the Caribbean, Hispaniola, and Cuba witnessing Irma's overnight march. Power lines toppled, homes and businesses obliterated, a familiar narrative. This woman in Barbuda preparing to bury her child after the storm surge dragged the boy away.
2 years ago, we just turned to the 17th, the last month.
With those images fresh in mind, U.S. officials are working with local partners to ensure lives, property, and infrastructure are preserved.
This storm has taken lives already. It's going to take more, unfortunately, if we're not prepared.
Congress doing its part, quickly passing emergency funding legislation for Hurricanes Irma and Harvey. President Trump quickly signing it into law.
With gratitude for our first responders and prayers for those in the storm's path, America stands united, and I mean totally united.
That united response could stretch from Alabama to the Carolinas. This coastal Georgia resident determined to stay put.
I think people are panicking. I mean, you can't buy generators, chainsaws, water. You know, gas lines are crazy.
The wait-and-see game almost over. The real drama of destruction about to begin.
I'm waiting for my family. I'm waiting for my wife. I work in the fire department, so I got to be at work on Sunday anyway, so if I can make it to work.
And when the wind gets over 40 miles per hour, first responders like him will not be allowed to go out. Brett?
Steve Harrigan in Miami shores. Steve, thanks.